Namaste, sir. I, Ramesh Bhatt, welcome you on behalf of Krishna Academy YouTube channel. Mr. Srinivasan TS from Bangalore. He's a certified financial planner and he's a founder and partner of Finstrack IMF LLP, founder and former president of COFP, which is very popular in Bangalore every year that conduct lovely events. Lovely events, I repeat. And he's a life member of CAMFA. CAMFA is Karnataka uh, Mutual Fund Associations, IFA
Correct.
Association, Karnataka Mutual Fund Association, and he has been in this industry for last 35 years with a vast experience of serving in pharma, healthcare, IT office automation, and personal finance. Amazing personality. Now this gentleman is going to teach us, which is very important, time management. Time management is very important and I request Mr. Srinivasan to take over. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Ramesh ji. First of all, namaste to all the viewers and a very warm thanks to Ramesh Bhatt ji. First of all, I would like to compliment you for the kind of enthusiasm, for the kind of energy levels you have. And I have been interacting, I think, with you for quite some time from the time, I think, the birth of IFA Galaxy, I should say. And wherever we had the chance, be it in Chennai, Mumbai, or wherever, in Bangalore too, whenever I have interacted with you, I found you, one, you are very strong on your beginnings, which you have learned many things. More importantly, for the sake of MFD community, you have done a lot of work and a lot of efforts have been put in. And I am sure at this juncture in our lives, in addition to whatever success we have and whatever success we are going to have going forward, we also need to contribute through pro bono activities to our fellow professionals. And your efforts in terms of creating this YouTube channel with the objective of knowledge management, with the objective of knowledge sharing among fellow members is laudable. And I would like to compliment on behalf of myself and on behalf of all the association.
Thank
So
you very
thank you
much,
for
sir.
having me here and to share with you on such an important subject on time management. Go ahead, Mr. Ramesh. See, the topic what we have chosen, the time management. In fact, Ramesh ji has been asking me for quite some time. Let's do something which is relevant and which is productive for the MFD community. Now, my observations when I interact with all the relationship managers of the asset management companies and also interactions with fellow professionals, be it CFP on the industry MF guys, is that we are in a situation where we are managing not only COVID, but there is an assumption that just because we are in a lockdown, we have a lot of time. So lockdown does not mean that we while away our time. Lockdown means we maximize or optimize our time. And also I noticed that if you see your own observations wherever you are in whichever part of India, I noticed that daily we have n number of activities which is being bombarded through WhatsApp or Facebook to us. Now, how do we as professionals, how do we as MFD community do what is most important to us? What is most important to us is client management. What is most important to us is client acquisition. What is most important is how do we reassure the clients, investors in this tough, turbulent volatility? Do we focus on that, or do we get ourselves distracted from all these events which all the relationship managers and all asset management companies, however well intended they may be, are trying to hijack our time? So the objective of this time management program, what I have planning to do for the community is prioritize. I'll repeat, prioritize, prioritize, and prioritize so that end of the day, you are more productive. So on that note, I start this session. So the learning outcomes from this session is I propose to share with all of you the most taken for granted but not implemented in real life is the time management. Number two, how do we define time management in the context of what we normally do on a day-to-day basis, whether for client management, client acquisition, or relationship management, or the roles we perform as an IFI, IFA, or MFT community. What are the principles behind time management? And what are the time robbers? It's very important to know that we get robbed by things which seemingly and unknowing to us take away the time which otherwise would have been spent more productively. And what are the skills to learn in terms of managing the time better? Most importantly, today I'll be sharing the Eisenhower matrix in terms of time management. So these are the learning outcomes of this session. Now, from the point of view of our work and even otherwise, let us define the time management as the process of planning and exercising conscious control of time. Remember, the key word is conscious control of time, because unless until we are conscious of it, we cannot utilize that to our benefit. So coming back to the definition, time management is the process of planning and exercising conscious control of time spent on specific activities, especially to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity. So the first outcome of today's session is how do we define time relating to the kind of work we do. Now, having said that, in our day-to-day life, what are the time robbers? And most of you will agree with me and just relate to the day-to-day routines you have. One is poor or no clear planning of the day or the week, if not for the fortnight or the month. Many of us have the inability to say no. I will focus on this, but let us first understand the time robbers. Then I'll focus on 1 or 2 points from this video learning point of view. Third is procrastination, that is delaying things, and social media activities is taking most of our time. In fact, when we did a live poll a few days back in one of our training sessions, we found, as expected, the major time robber in the today's context is the social media activities. And you know the kind of social media all of us are in, be it WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatnot, TikTok or whatnot. So the live poll indicated that the time robber in terms of social media activities are these. And of course, casual conversations and calls which take away our time, and repeating the emphasis of how social media is taking away our most of the time and distracting from the task on hand. Now, having said that, let me now take you in terms of why most of us have inability to refuse others and what are the reasons for it. Now, if you want to manage your time, first thing is learn to say no. And why do people refuse to say no? Let us look from that point of view. Saying yes makes appear to be that we are a good person, right? saying yes when you cannot honor your commitment will also tarnish your reputation and image. And when you say yes casually, tomorrow when you are expecting a response from the other person, you also get a similar kind of a response. So how do you overcome that? Saying no does not mean that you are ignorant. That means you are just courageous enough without being offensive or aggressive that you are saying no. And saying no is okay. Supposing you are not able to help, and you give the reasons for it where applicable. You don't have to justify it, but all the more it makes sense to be genuinely giving reasons for saying no, which helps you to manage your time better. So when one of the things when we talk of time management is the basic principle when we are talking of time management is that you actually can't manage time. That is a fundamental thing. Can you manage time? Actually, no. From the holistic point of view, you can't manage a time. If you think you are managing time, what we are discussing is how do you overcome? You are only managing yourself to it. How do you manage yourself to the time what you have? So one of the time robbers, if you are able to manage to say no to many of those activities or distraction, that itself is a step forward in terms of doing a better job on time management. Now, having said that, let's go to the skills required for better management of time, that is through yourself. One is prioritizing and delegation. Normally, delegation should not be understood as a dirty job which you are passing on to others. Delegation is something which you have capability of doing it, but somebody else is better equipped to do it, and you are better equipped to focus on the task on hand. That is a delegation. But in real time, delegation is understood as passing on dirty jobs, which is expected to be done by somebody else. Decision making, making decisions, and goal setting. Goal setting is one of the important skills to help you for better time management. Multitasking. Let me take something on multitasking. When we talk of multitasking, it does not mean that you are doing many tasks at the same time. That will make a mess of it. When we talk of multitasking in the context of time management, what it means is you take one task at a time, take it to a logical conclusion or the desired outcome which you have planned or which your client has wants it. Once you complete the task successfully to the mutual satisfaction, then you go to the next task on hand. That helps you to be able to multitask. So multitasking as a meaning or as a word, you should be understood and related to this context. You cannot do many tasks at the same time, then you'll make a mess of it. You have to be focused on a particular task on hand to be successful of the same. Now, having said on the multitasking portion of it, now another area which is important would be in terms of managing the people in terms of for better productivity. So how do we go about it? How do you go about it in terms of managing the people for better productivity? Now, when we talk of from the context of skills, what we find is that very often the distractions what we have, we are not able to do a better job of it. So can we do something about it? Can we do something about that? Now, I will take to you one of the important aspects of time management in the context of skills and in the context of making the best use of time management. Just let me take a few second break and let me come back to you on this. And a minute here. Okay. Okay. Now, what I propose to do is in terms of helping you to understand the importance of Eisenhower matrix, which is one of the important roles of managing the time better. Now, let me just dwell on this, and I will focus in terms of the importance of Eisenhower. Most of you are aware, he was the president of USA, 34th president of United States. And he was instrumental in making this particular decision matrix very, very popular. So let us spend some time on this key aspect of time management and how across the world, all the professionals who are successful and accomplished use this knowingly or unknowingly. So what is the Eisenhower decision matrix? If you see on the left side, you have what you call as not important and important. And on the right side, we have urgent and not urgent. So why is this matrix used? This matrix is used from the context of prioritizing. Remember in the skills, what I have shared with you earlier in terms of time management, it is expected that we prioritize whatever we do. And from the prioritizing point of view, this particular matrix is very important. So when you have an activity which is urgent and important, the top left quadrant, you do it on a priority and you do it now. And when you have an activity which is not urgent, the top right side, but important, you schedule a time for it. That means you take a decision as to when you will do that activity. That is the second part of it. The third part of it, the right side bottom, when an activity is not urgent, not important, you delete it, you eliminate it. And when an activity is urgent but not important, you delegate it. So you think about it, who can do it for you, and plan it accordingly. So if you can focus on this kind of a matrix for your day-to-day activities in terms of client management, client acquisition, and therefore how do you manage your day better in terms of improving your productivity, therefore improving your sales, you need to remember the concept of urgent and important. And therefore, when you plan for it, you decide to do it, that is, do it now. You decide it, that is, you schedule a time to do it, or you delegate it because somebody else is better equipped to do because it's urgent but not important, and eliminate all those activities which are neither urgent nor important. So that is as far as the Eisenhower decision matrix is concerned, which is very important from the point of view of understanding the time management and using a reference point for our goal. Now, Having said this, having said the importance of using Eisenhower model matrix in terms of decision making, in terms of prioritizing it, what are the action plans? What are the action plans you have, whether you are an individual IFA, whether you are a company, whether you're a boutique company, whether you're a consulting company, it does not matter. So what matters is now, what is the time? What is the time? What are the action plans you need to do? So now, let us look in terms of how do you schedule a time for action. Now, if you want to prioritize using the Eisenhower matrix model, which we have understood just now, you decide what needs to be done. This is a template. You can modify, be flexible basis on your real kind of work you do. So step 1, what needs to be done? Step 2, when it needs to be completed. Step 3, what does this accomplish? It is very important that you understand the activity and the outcomes you are hoping to complete either for yourself or for your client, therefore for the company. And what are the resources which you have, which are currently available? And if you are a company or otherwise, who will do it? If you're individual, obviously you have to do it, but I'm assuming you are having a boutique company or 2-3 people, or how do you do it? Anybody else require to be involved in that activity? What are the challenges? What are the challenges to complete that task? For any task, as a matter of fact, more importantly, I want to dwell on this aspect that in today's time when whatever news we hear from outside world seems to be not so encouraging, depressive, we need to make it a point that we celebrate all the good outcomes. However trivial you may think, you have to incentivize yourself, your team, in terms of the outcome of a successful task. So these are time for action. Now, we have discussed the definition of time. We have discussed the principles on which the time management is actually related to our contest. We have discussed on the skills required for managing the time better. More importantly, the Eisenhower matrix, which helps you do it, delegate it, and not do it, and then postpone it. So these are some of the activities which we can perform, and more importantly, how do you action it to make it successful? So on that note, I thank you for the opportunity given to us in sharing a few examples and few practices which will help you to improve your productivity. And we will be very glad to get a good feedback or whatever feedback you may wish. We are also doing a lot of audio podcasts, and we are also doing training programs. This is only a capsule of what it can do to improve your skills and therefore your productivity. For those people who want to have a detailed session and interactive session or workshops, we have certified professionals who will help you to be successful with these. So on that note, I wish you a great productivity and helping you to have more and more delighted customers. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you for the excellent session. We have got a lot of knowledge from you. Now we understand the importance of time management. And also I would like to understand from you. You said that you are taking sessions for IFAs, MFDs, IFIs across the country. Do you do now online? Is your academy is doing it or through Zoom call, or how you are doing it, sir?
Okay, thank you for the interest shown. Finstrat IMF LLP has two verticals. Finstrat has a personal finance division, where we are giving end-to-end solutions in the areas of personal finance. As like you and like all of us, we are independent financial intermediaries, and we do not have any bias on any kind of a company or a product. So we give solutions based on the goals. That is one vertical we have. Another vertical which we have, which we are excited, me and my partners and associates, is the learning and development division, which includes training and coaching. So this we are doing to fulfill our creative activities and also help not only financial services intermediaries. We are also conducting workshop on team management, team development, leadership management, communication skills. And we are also, with the kind of a background we are in, we conduct programs for even asset management companies for their top management in terms of how do they manage their relationship better. Recently, we did a program for UTI MF people, where all the location heads across South had come in, where we had taken one full day workshop in terms of managing their clients. Mind you, this UTI is one of the oldest companies, as you know, in India. And the brief given to us is how do you maximize, how do we optimize, keeping in view of the current times and trends. So from the financial services point of view, we take customized programs for the principals in terms of managing their clients. Who are their clients? Their clients are IFI, IFAs, and MFDs. Now, from the point of view of the IFA or IFA community, I have taken some sessions in COP recently, and I have also done programs outside of it, where we are focusing on soft skills, primarily practice management skills. Today, we are bombarded with knowledge on outlooks, performance, trends, and all that. But what matters for many people when we did a live poll is, please help me to gain soft skills in terms of managing my clients better. How do I manage my clients better? How do I retain my clients better? What do I do to improve my productivity? So mostly on productivity and performance, whether it is a one-man show or whether it's a boutique consulting company, whether it is LLP or a big company, depending on the brief given to us, we help them manage the IFA community better. So anybody who are interested are welcome. And we are geared to do both offline as well as online. And today online has become order of the day for whatever reasons. And I am also experienced in giving studio-based learning. And recently we were certified online professionals also through Zoom. We do through Microsoft Teams. We do through Skype, WebEx, and all that. Those are all mere platforms. But what is very important is we conduct basis the brief given to us and what is the purpose and what is the expected outcomes. So we'll be very happy to help our community in whichever way they think suitable. Associations can use us, individuals or companies. We are geared, we have a resource people, our own resources to plan for the same.
In case somebody want to contact any association, whoever looking this video, whom they should contact, any contact numbers or email?
See, one is you can send your interest and the purpose of that to info @finstrat.in, and also contact me. I am Srinivasan, or my partner Achyut Pandurangi, who is also an international certified coach. He's doing coaching, one-to-one coaching for individuals, business owners, and CEOs also in terms of meeting their goals. And we are also doing it to behavioral assessments. So if you see my presentations, we are given in the presentation itself our contact points. Best thing is to reach out by sending a mail on info@finstrat, fin for finance, strat for strategy, finstrat.in. So we'll be very happy to assist, and we will customize it. We will not give a general template. you tell us what matters to you, what is concerning to you. So we do a, what you call, before we give a training, we do an audit as to what needs to be done and what are the expected outcomes, basis which we conduct the training program. So thank you, Ramesh ji, for giving us the opportunity. I hope people benefit out of that. I hope people carry the energy levels you have. And I'm very sure people are appreciating the efforts you are all putting in to make everybody's life better than before.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of Krishnu Academy, I thanks a lot for spending 30 minutes with us and guiding us for managing our time properly in the days to come. Thank you again, sir.
Thank you very much, Ramesh ji. Thank you, viewers.